Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our presentation on comprehensive analysis of market value drivers. Today, we'll dive into the key factors that influence market value, including demand, supply, competition, regulation, and intangible assets. Our goal is to explore how these elements interact and how understanding them can help create strategic value for your business. I'm excited to take you through this insightful journey. Let's get started. Market value is essentially the price at which an asset or a company can be bought or sold in an open market. It's important to realize that this value isn't arbitrary. It's influenced by several key factors. The primary drivers include economic fundamentals like demand and supply, overall market conditions, and how investors perceive the asset or company. These factors don't work in isolation. They interact continuously to establish what we call the equilibrium price. This price reflects not just how the company or asset is performing right now, but also what people expect to happen in the future. By understanding these underlying fundamentals, we gain insight into how value is created, maintained, or sometimes lost in the marketplace. This knowledge is crucial for making informed investment decisions and accurately assessing worth. When we look at demand-side factors shaping market value, the first key point is consumer preferences. What people want and prefer really drives how desirable products and services are, which in turn directly impacts demand. Then, we have economic conditions like income levels, employment rates, and interest rates. These factors influence how much purchasing power consumers have, affecting overall demand in the market. Another important consideration is external shocks, things like geopolitical events, policy changes, or global crises. These can quickly change consumer confidence and cause shifts in demand patterns. Altogether, these demand-side elements work together to shape market value by determining how much buyers are willing and able to pay for goods and services. When we talk about supply-side constraints affecting value, the first thing to understand is the balance between supply and demand. This balance is crucial because it essentially sets the stage for market prices and how value is determined. If supply falls short of demand, prices tend to rise and vice versa. Next, we have the impact of cost structures and input prices. These include everything from the cost of raw materials and labor to the capital needed for production. If these costs go up, producers might struggle to offer goods at competitive prices, which in turn affects supply levels. Market liquidity is another important factor. It refers to how easily assets or goods can be bought or sold without causing big swings in price. Higher liquidity usually means a more stable market where prices reflect true value more accurately. Finally, supply constraints themselves, whether they stem from production limits, regulatory hurdles, or shortages, can push prices higher. These constraints tighten the available supply, which can significantly influence overall market value by creating upward price pressure. Understanding these elements helps us see why supply-side issues are so critical when evaluating market dynamics. When we look at the competitive environment, the level of competition in the market plays a crucial role in determining a company's pricing power. Simply put, the more intense the competition, the harder it is to set prices without losing customers, which directly affects profitability and overall market value. In markets that are highly competitive, companies often face limited flexibility in pricing. This means they must operate efficiently and focus on differentiation to maintain margins. On the other hand, in less competitive markets, businesses can sustain higher value levels because they have more control over pricing and customer demand. Regulatory frameworks cannot be overlooked either. These rules and policies set by governments influence market activities significantly. Regulations can either open doors by encouraging fair competition or create barriers that increase costs or limit access to certain markets. Finally, policies related to antitrust laws, trade regulations, taxation, and compliance shape the competitive environment profoundly. These policies not only affect how companies compete, but also influence overall value outcomes by either fostering a balanced competitive landscape or imposing restrictions that alter market dynamics. Understanding this balance is key to navigating and succeeding in any industry. When we talk about innovation and brand power, we're really focusing on intangible value drivers that can make a huge difference. First, Brand reputation plays a crucial role by building customer trust and loyalty, which often allows companies to charge premium prices. This perception of value goes beyond just the product itself. Next, loyal customers provide steady revenue and help smooth out fluctuations in demand, which is vital for business stability. Technological innovation is another key factor. It offers competitive advantages, improves cost efficiency, and can unlock entirely new markets. Finally, while these intangible assets might not be clearly reflected on financial statements, they significantly impact a company's market value over time, either boosting it or causing it to decline. Understanding and leveraging these elements is essential for sustainable growth. When we talk about market value, it's important to recognize that it's driven by multiple interconnected factors, such as demand dynamics, supply constraints, competition, regulation, and intangible assets like brand reputation. Understanding these drivers in depth enables better strategic decision making. With this knowledge, businesses can leverage their strengths while managing potential risks effectively. Sustainable value creation comes from aligning products closely with what consumers want, controlling costs and supply chains, navigating complex regulatory landscapes, and continuously investing in innovation and brand development. Taking an integrated perspective that combines all these elements is crucial for optimizing market positioning. This holistic approach not only strengthens a company's current standing, but also supports long-term success and value in the market.